What's going on, guys? Welcome back. I just wanted to say that this is one of the many ways to edit and retouch a portrait. I know plenty of photographers who do it differently. It's about finding your own style of editing and going with it. That being said, I hope this helps you learn a few new skills to help you along the way. All positive vibes here. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell and comment and put something positive in the universe. Alright guys, so before we actually open up Photoshop, we will open up our photo in Camera Raw and give it a few adjustments. What I like to do here is just enhance things to your liking before we start with all the layers in Photoshop. Just remember not to go overboard with any adjustments you do along the way. I like to edit the basic section and the detail section. Every photo is going to be different depending on many variables of how the photo is taken. In this photo I did use a key light and a fill light. I want a higher contrasted photo with the vibrant colors. When you're retouching a photo, adjust everything to your liking and what you're going for. It's best to have an idea of what you want the end result to look like instead of going into the edit blind, not knowing what you want. Just keep track of the histogram and make sure you're not doing too much to the photo. After this, we will open it up in Photoshop where all the real fun begins. First, we're going to open up a new background layer. After this, we're going to open up a gradient map. What I like to do here is use a black and white gradient to bring out more highlight and shadow of the photo. Like everything else, do this until you're satisfied and don't go overboard. After you're done adjusting the gradient map, we're going to change the layer mode from normal to soft light. Keep in mind that you can play around with these different modes to get different results. I tend to use overlay also a lot. Change your layer opacity pretty low. We don't want this layer to be too visible. It's just to bring out highlights, shadows, and show stronger detail. In this photo, we're going to put our opacity to around 21%. After that, we're going to make a new layer that includes all the previous layers combined. The next few steps, we are really going to concentrate on highlights, shadows, and making sure the model is nicely lit up. We're going to go to Image, Adjustment, Levels, then do a slight adjustment. In the photo, I'm only going to adjust the mid-tones and the light tones. I like how the darks look in this levels option. Again, keep track of the histogram and remember, don't go overboard. Next, we're going to go to Image, Adjustments, then Brightness/Contrast. Here we're going to adjust the brightness and contrast ever so slightly until we're satisfied with how it looks. Then we're going to go to Image, Adjustments, Shadows/Highlights. Be careful with these adjustments. It's really easy to ruin your photo by increasing or decreasing things too much. I'm not even going to adjust the shadows. I'm going to put the amount to 1% and leave it at that. Adjust the highlights. We are going to keep the tone and radius pretty low so the effect doesn't do too much. I'm going to leave the amount of highlight to 21%. After that, press OK and we're done with this step. We are going to select everything we've done so far, go to Edit, then Copy Merge. After you do this, we will open a new project that should have the exact dimensions as our photo. Paste your image, and for one last time, we're going to bring out details and make this thing pop. Open up HDR toning in adjustments. Here's a little warning though. I see so many photos ruined by using HDR toning, so be very careful with this option. We're going to switch the method to exposure and gamma. What I like to do here is add slight amount of exposure, in this case plus 0.18, and lower the gamma until I'm satisfied. What this will do is it will give some rich highlight and shadows. We're going to hit OK, select all, copy the layer, close this project, and go back to our main project. And paste what we have copied. Lower the opacity to around 10 to 15%. In this case, we're going to go to 15% and switch the layer mode to overlay, and we're done with this step. Next, we're going to get ourselves into some color correction to fix the different tones in her upper body and her legs. Make a new layer that includes all the layers combined, then we're going to correct the legs to match the upper body color. We're going to go to Adjustments and then open up the Color Balance panel. Here we're going to first start with the midtones and add more red and yellow. Then we're going to go to the shadows, slightly add some red, then go to highlights. Once we're in highlights, we're going to add some cyan, then press OK. Now we're going to go to Layer Mask, then Hide All. We're going to click the paintbrush and make sure our brush opacity is around 10 to 20%. In our case, we're going to go with 20%. Then make sure the color white is selected. After this, you're going to brush around the area you want to color correct. In this case, it's going to be her legs. We will use the brush tool to bring out the color we created from the masked layer. Do this until you're satisfied with how the area is looking. In our case, the leg color should be looking a lot more like the upper body. If you need to play with the opacity to get a better result, do so. Then, still having the brush tool selected, increase the hardness of the brush, then make your brush black. Go around the areas opposite of the area you were correcting to make sure any spill from using the brush is cleaned up. Next, make a new combine layer. We're going to use the liquefy tool to touch up the body. Go to the filter, then liquefy. The right way to do this is to do slight adjustments here and there, not to make her body look completely different. Next, we're going to fix the blemishes by using a combination of the spot healing brush, the healing brush, and the clone stamp. Make a new combine layer. This part takes some patience. You may have to go back here and there using the 3 tools to get the best results. You will also have to play with the modes and the opacity of each brush. This part is one of those practice makes perfect techniques. There are so many different ways of cleaning up blemishes. This is just my way of doing it. Do this until you're satisfied with the results. After this, we're going to focus on getting that smooth magazine style skin without overdoing it and making the skin look like plastic. Make another combined layer, then we're going to go to filter, gouache and blur. With the panel open, put it to roughly 20% and click OK. Then we're going to go to layer, layer mask, and we're going to go to hide all. Then we're going to go to select the brush tool. Make sure the color white is selected and put the opacity to around 20%. Change this along the way if you need to and start brushing the skin. Try to make sure you don't blur anything that isn't skin. Slow and steady go around the skin and smooth it out. This will make the majority of the imperfections go away and leave you with that perfect skin effect. After you're satisfied, make a new combined layer and it's time to dodge and burn. We are going to make a new blank layer, then go to edit and then fill. Once that opens up, we're going to go to select 50% gray and hit OK. Change the mode to overlay and we're ready to go. This layer is where we're going to do all our dodge and burning. This will prevent you from damaging the quality of the photo by dodging and burning on the actual photo. Select dodge first and keep the exposure around 15%. You'll switch your range back and forth from highlights, midtones, and shadows until you get the results you're happy with. The key to doing this is to only dodge the highlights of the image. When done, switch to the dodge tool and do the same thing but with shadows you want to darken. After that, make a new combined layer. We are almost reaching the end of the edit. We only have a few more things to do. In this layer, we're going to do some more color correction. Use the same method I showed you previously. Add a hidden mask and color correct what you need to color correct. Make yet another combined layer. This will be used to get more skin texture back into the image. We're going to go to filter, texturizer, and then adjust your scaling and relief until you have a nice texture. Click OK, use a hidden layer mask and select the brush tool. Click white and keep the opacity between 15 and 20%. Go around the skin gently and add some texture to the skin that might have been taken away by using the blur. Once you're satisfied, make another combined layer. The last few steps are just to make the photo pop some more by sharpening the image as well as dodging and burning and retouching the background. With the current layer selected, turn the layer mode to overlay, then open up filter, other, and then high pass. Adjust the radius to about 1 and select OK. Make another combined layer and go to filter, sharpen, and then to unsharp mask. I like to keep the amount on the higher side, the radius low, and the threshold around the middle. After you're satisfied with this part, click OK. Make another layer or two and use this to retouch any blemishes or imperfections that you might have missed. Make one more combined layer. This will be used to use the techniques I showed you earlier in the video to fix blemishes in the background by using spot healing, and then the clone stamp. Next, make the final combined layer. This will be for dodging and burning the background. Once you're done with dodging and burning the background, we will go to the crop tool, crop the photo to your liking, and we're done. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, click the notification bell, and also leave a comment if you found this helpful. Until next time, peace out guys.